postgame as the Tusculum Pioneers knock off the UVA-wise Highland Cavaliers here for homecoming by a final score of 35-7. Joined by Pioneer coach Jerry Odom, as the Pioneers now have won 4 straight against the Cavs and now also 5 of the last 6. Coach, it was a game in which, we come out, we want to get off to a good start, and I think the defense kind of set that tone for us. Offense gets going, took a big chunk play. Palazzo to Robustelli got us going in the game.
Yeah, they were out there in cover 0, and you want to play cover 0 on Robustelli, you're taking your chances, and they were playing cover 0. We did a nice job picking up the blitz and got a deep shot. We just we did some really good things on offense, but then I thought we were helter-skelter a little bit today. I think Palazzo was a little bit helter-skelter. It wasn't his best game, but I mean, you look at it, 314 yards passing. I mean, it's hard to get too mad, right?
His percentage was low, but his quality of deep balls today was good. Tyler Burke also is 7. Yep. He's the first quarterback since Bo Cordell to throw for two passes for more than 70 yards that go for scores today. This is a team that's coming up with some chunk plays, I think, at the right time. Your offense is getting the big plays when you need them, though.
Well, when you look at what they were trying to do, they were playing a lot of cover 1, right? And they were blitzing a lot. And when you do that and you don't mix up your coverage, you take the chance of giving up a big play. And they play hard, man. I give those guys credit. They play hard, but I think we got the chunk plays when we needed to, and we made those plays. I mean, they had a lot of plays they made because they were playing a lot of man-to-man and blitzing and doing that stuff. But we were able to make them pay just enough, to make those plays to win the football game.
They tied the game up, and I thought you had a good answer. You're able to take it right back down the field and score it, and then right at the end of the first half score. You get the football to start the second half. Your defense gets the 2 takeaways that really set the tone.
Well, one of the things we talk about a lot is finishing the game in the second quarter, right? We did. We scored right with about a minute left, and we almost got it back and had another shot, and that's what we always try to do. Knowing we defer for a reason, we get the ball coming back out, and then we don't do anything initially offensively, but then we get a pick. We do a really good job. Ernest kind of baited him into thinking we were in quarters, but we were man-free, so they didn't really have what they thought they had, and he kind of tried to lob it over him. We get a pick from Spoon. He returns it back, sets him up. We score on that one, and then we get another pick from Ryan on a tip ball by Wesley Scott on an RPO, and then ended up scoring on that one, and that kind of broke the game open.
And it did, and that's what it was. But your defense holds them to under 200 yards, and let's just credit your defensive line. Javon Gillespie didn't get going today. Their running game really wasn't able to get going, so therefore their passing game wasn't able to get going.
Well, one of the things honestly, he threw it a little bit better than I expected. Then he had the quarterback's solid. He's not a bad player, and we gave up that 138-yard on an out and up, and we just bad eyes. I told him it was coming. They threw 3 outs. It's coming at some point, especially when we're jumping on every out. But their quarterback, I thought played pretty well. But we did eliminate. When you make somebody one-dimensional, then that makes it hard. And we're good enough up front to make them one-dimensional, and then play the RPO stuff. And then I didn't even break out the Gator package or any of that other stuff this week. I didn't have to because we were able to stay in nickel and still defend them well.
Raynell Killian was the leader today in tackles, but I really loved the way Tarek Pons played and controlled the line of scrimmage today.
Yeah, Tarek got in there and made some plays today. Really happy for that young man. He competes his butt off every day, and he's gotten better, and he was a kid that walked on. We ended up giving him a little bit because he works his butt off, and really happy for Tarek making some plays in the backfield and showing that, hey, I can be a factor when Day-Day needs a break and things like that, and I think that's a big part of what we're doing.
And guys made plays all over the field today from the linebacker spot and in the secondary as well. We talked about the takeaways. Tell me about our giveaways, because it seems as if they came on what we assumed were free plays on the day.
Yeah, I think their center saying our center was too slow. They were definitely off, but we snapped it too slow. That's what they're saying. You're not going to look. One of them for sure, I agree with them. The second one I thought was an awful call. All right, but at the end of the day, they control the narrative, right? I thought there was a pass interference on that last drive. They hit the guy over the middle way early, and the guy looked at me and goes, no, it wasn't even close. I'm like, you've lost your mind. But whatever, they control the narrative. And all we can do is keep on pushing.
I don't think they were bad plays. I just felt like it was a smart play. Take the shot, but they entered it.
He did the right
absolutely.
thing.
Absolutely. Marseille wins. You stay in first place today. We go on the road for 2 more, and again, it's just about by 1 or 100. I love what you say. Do your 111, but a tough one next week against Emory and Henry. They'll be ready for us next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Emory and Henry's got a good football team. They played Mars Hill awful tough today. I think it ended up being 24-14, and I think that they get Devin Woodson over there, who's their D-line coach. So he knows. He thinks he knows what I do anyway. You hear me, Devin? You think you know? No, I'm just joking. He's one of my favorite guys, but they're doing a good job. They're playing really good, sound fundamental defense. On offense, I think their first quarterback got hurt a little bit, so they've been going with number 7, who played against us last year. He was their starter all last year, so he's still a good football player and very accurate on the RPOs. They're a Wake Forest kind of team where they really slow ride, that slow ride through there and stuff before they pull the RPO. So we'll have to be really good on that. We'll have to work awful hard on that this weekend. But good homecoming win. Happy for the guys. I felt like we didn't play a full 4 quarter, but it was close, right? And it was physical. And when I thought defensively we didn't let up. We kind of gotten into that a little bit. And I was mad about that one drive because they went a little tempo, and then we were like, guys, we see this every day. What are we doing, right? And then once we settled back down and just started playing, it was really good. So again, I'm extremely happy with how hard they played. Now we got a lot to clean up. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, good win today, Coach.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
He's Pioneer coach Jerry Odom. The Pioneers get their 18th homecoming wins. They knock off the UVA-wise Highland Cavaliers. JoJo Restall will join us when we come back with more of our Pioneer postgame. This is Pioneer Football, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan on the Pioneer Sports Network.